Abba. Hi, how are we doing today? Welcome in, welcome in. It is the day of fries. It is technically the weekend for some of us, but hello, hello. Oh, and if you haven't seen already, we have some new free emotes. I put in the little little squeak baby, and I put in the little glorp baby. So I think they're really, really cute. I might have to update them. I feel like they're really blurry for some reason, and I'm not sure why. So I'll see if I can fix that. But you have them for now. So you got this. 115. Damn. That's a lot of days. That's so many days. Cue Mr. Krabs meme. Day 115, give it up for day 115. Yeah, basically. But yeah, I hope everyone's been well. We did a Membies stream on Wednesday, so that's why I wasn't here on Twitch. I was playing Balatro and showing off all my math skills. But it was good. It was nice to play a few rounds and just kind of relax. But the plan for today is going to be for us to continue working on customizing this model, and hopefully I can get it looking like our standard Lia soon. But I still think it's going to take a few streams of like getting everything done. I'm still debating on what I want to do tomorrow. Part of me wants to finish Poppy Playtime, and then the other part of me just like wants to draw more, so I might find a couple more demos, and then we can do basically what we did last week of like a couple demos and then finishing off Poppy Playtime. But I believe we're in the final section of it, so we should be able to beat it this time. I think we got pretty far last time. Like the first night that it came out, we did so much of it. Split brain, do both at the same time. No. And no split brain, can't do, no worky. Brain no worky, good, no split. But yeah, so I guess I'll just kind of debate, because like the nice thing is, since we've been doing a lot more demos recently, is that I have a bunch more content like ready to be edited and like shipped off to YouTube. But I also am working on the art videos. So yeah. Do you like my new ads button? I've been, I think I've been enjoying, playing a couple at the very beginning, just so like all the early chatters get to have a more of an ad-free experience, at least in the beginning. But like when Twitch does the ads, they do the ads. I could time it so that it goes off like at exactly every hour, but I'm just gonna let it roll, honestly. So I'll let the early birds get their little perk, but you know. I love that Kirby so much. That Kirby's so cute. But yeah, I think that's gonna be the plan. So I'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow, but if I need a little more buffer, we can do some more demos. Early bird gets the gummy worms. I love gummy worms. The sour gummy worms are really, really good. They're tasty and delicious, and they're tart. I don't know what it is with like sour candy, but like whenever I think about sour candy, I can always like taste it and my mouth immediately starts to water, and I'm like, oh, I wish I had something sour right now. I'm pretty sure I have like the little sour watermelons. I think I have those somewhere downstairs, but I gotta go look. I also have to replenish all my snacks, because I got a bunch of like really, really fancy popcorn. And it turns out when you have TMJ, you probably shouldn't eat hard popcorn, because my jaw just decided to slide to the right. So, yeah, it was weird. My jaw was misaligned for a bit, and I was like, I don't like this. This feels wrong. I can feel initial pain before my mouth can properly handle the sour. Yeah, I don't know what it is, because like you could like, you feel it, you could taste it. It's just like, I don't know what the reaction really is, but it's weird. Yeah, no, that shit slid. It didn't slide like super far, but like it was like, I guess partially dislocated. I guess that's the proper way to call it. But yeah, no, my bottom my bottom jaw was just like whoop. Like I was biting down. I usually get the caramel corn for this one. But this one had like pieces of dark chocolate in it, and I was like, okay, I'll eat a piece. And then I ate one, I chomped down, and it felt like it was like replacing my tooth. It was such a weird, like I've never had this kind of sensation before, because my TMJ is normally just like, oh, you get lockjaw sometimes, sucks, whatever. But it slid because my jaw slid, and I was like, this is not right. Something's going on here that is not okay. And I don't know what's happening. And I freaked the fuck out. It was fine. Everything was okay. Just TMJ stuff, I guess. Yay, medical issues. So much fun. But yeah. Everything's okay now. So I gotta get a bunch of new snackies, and I gotta be careful with like the harder like candy and stuff like that. Which sucks because I really liked that popcorn. It's super fancy and it was tasty. Honestly, the caramel ones are probably fine. It's just the like harder chocolate ones I couldn't eat. Tooth become popcorn. It really felt like I thought my tooth had come out. Like it just felt so weird. I was like, did I lose a tooth? Like, did it just pop out of my mouth? But it didn't. Tooth was fine. I did get some popcorn in between my teeth, which didn't help. But yeah, it just like, when I bit down, it just like slid and did a bunch of funky shit, and yeah. So, but yeah. All right, I'm gonna move us over to art so we can get started. Boop. Is that the art button? Can't read from here. No, that's game. Where's my art button? No, that one's my art button. I moved a bunch of stuff around on my Stream Deck, and I also moved my Stream Deck. So, things are not where I'm used to them being. But let me turn the music in my head a little bit. I want that one. Yeah, I just want to turn that down a little teeny tiny little bit so I can still hear chat, but yeah, all right, so nice mug and thing inside mug, right? Okay, I thought it was really cute because I wasn't sure if I wanted to put the glorp or if I wanted to put the squeak in, but I was like, squeak looks most like me right now, so let me put squeak in. And it's so cute. It's small. It's just a little baby. Honestly, I think Squeak is probably one of the cutest things I have ever drawn, and I'm very proud of myself for leveling up the cuteness of my art, because it's so derpy. It's so derpy, and it's just a little baby. It's just a little guy. But I've been working hard on trying to get my like chibi style updated. Because it's hard, because that's like one of the things that I didn't focus a lot on. My art is either little guys or like muscle mommies at this point. So it's just like I'm trying to balance, trying to make everything work. But we can go ahead and I'm going to turn that down a little bit. We're going to start working on, I think, gloves for today. So all this over here. When I was working on stuff off stream, I was working on the neck area over here. But the problem is with that is, remember how it tried to put the piercings, like the bridge piercings and the lip piercings on, and they were just like flying around my face? I had the same issue with the neck corset. I can do the neck part, but the part that goes around like the collarbone and like partial shoulders, if I turned like this, it moved like that. If I turned like this, it moved like that. So it didn't like stay where I wanted it to. So I might just do the neck part. I haven't decided yet. So cute. I want to grab it, squeeze it, throttle it, throw it into a blender as a sweetener for my smoothie. Yeah. It does give cute aggression. You are correct. Because I like the glorp one a lot. Because Mari and I were both like looking at stuff, and I was like, we should make like really like cute matching like Discord, what are they called? The Foogies? Like, you know, when people collab, how they have the little, like, pictures that, like, it's basically, like, PNG tubers through Discord. I was like, we should, like, make really, like, cute ones, and then she wanted to have glorp ones, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go for, like, this style, but I'm gonna make a base one, and then I'm gonna make a glorp. So, when she eventually collabs on stuff with me, and, we're planning one right now. It was actually supposed to happen, the other day, but her internet went out, and then I had an electrician over, and he was super late, and then it took forever, and the job taking forever wasn't his fault. It was literally that the wiring in my house is just fucky. So everything took like way longer than anticipated, but he was late, which is annoying. But I hate that, like, whenever you have somebody come to your house to, like, do any kind of work, like plumbers, electricians, builders, whatever, there's always this, like, giant window of, like, I'll be there from, like, 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. And it's like, bro, I don't want the window to be that fucking long. That's, like, actually kind of insane. The window wasn't quite that long, but, like, you get the idea. Yeah, so we have, I don't think she's finished hers yet, because she was working on commissions, but I don't have any commissions, so I can just work on whatever I want. So I was like, I'm gonna speed run getting this Fugi finished, and I worked on it for like it probably wasn't 4, I think I finished it actually in like 2 or 3 hours, which is pretty good. Be there sometime between 12 a.m. today and 12 a.m. tomorrow. Yeah, basically. I hate it because it's just like, look, I understand they need a window just in case of, like, whether it's traffic or the prior job had more shit happening than they anticipated. Like, shit happens. That's fine. But he was also, like, almost an hour late and, like, didn't even, like, give me a text to be like, hey, running late, should be there around X time or whatever. Like, the guy was nice enough in person, which is good, because, like, sometimes tradespeople are kind of, like, weird. It helps when you have multiple people at home, though, so it's just like, okay, less chance of you to be a weirdo around me. But, no, he was chill, which was nice, but it just was annoying that, like, I had to get a new outlet installed, and then I had to decide, like, between, I forget what they are, but there's, like, 2 different types of outlets with, like, different ground protection, and one was, like, a lot more expensive than the other, but I also had to get it installed in an area near water, so I had to kind of, like, bite the bullet and go, well, I don't want to get electrocuted one day just because I was being a cheap ass. So I'm going to invest the money into this area and hope for the best. There we go. Dun dun! Selected. Okay, so I'm going to do kind of a dumb thing, but just so we don't have to reselect, I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to select this one. I can hide this, and then I can actually draw what I need. But yeah, so this is also I can get a fucking dishwasher. Because, like, when I bought the house, I don't know what the previous homeowners did, but, like, if you opened up the like, dishwasher itself, it had all this, like, crud on the bottom, and it smelled awful. Like, I almost threw up the first time I opened it. I was like, wow, damn, you couldn't even, like, pay someone to clean that up before you sold this fucking house? Like, goddamn. Upper arm. Face. For real. But yeah, it was really fucking nasty, but I got it taken care of, and the old one is out, and I bought a new dishwasher, and I learned how expensive dishwashers are. Like, granted, I opted for a nicer dishwasher, but it was, I asked the opinion of the plumber, and I was like, do you think I should go for, like, something okay, or, like, do you think I should just, like, shell out the extra money? and we talked about it, and shelling out the extra money is apparently more worth it, which, like, I guess, you know, it makes sense. Like, if you're too cheap with a lot of this stuff, it will eventually come to, you know, bite you in the ass, but, like, ugh, I didn't want to spend that much. It's called seasoning. No, it was disgusting. Like, chat, I wouldn't even feed it to you. That's how bad it was. Like, it was genuinely disgusting. Like, you remember that that video, the disgusting, like that. It was awful. I was like, I can't do this. So, like, since I've had this house, I've been hand washing dishes the whole time, which is fine. I'm used to it. Like, that's not a big deal. But I really want to be able to just, like, throw a load of dishes in, press the button, and not have to worry about anything. You know what I mean? Because, like, having to sit there every time. Oh, I don't have to boobles? Fuck. No boobles for you. You'll get to boobles 1 second. Thank you for telling me. Where's the Twitch. I swear I threw this back on. There we go. There we go. You have your boobles again. Chat booble back. There we go. Thank you for telling me. There you go. You can spam emotes now. But yeah, I just, it takes so long and you only get so many dishes done, and then, like, they're never as clean as you want them to be, especially when you dry them. Like, it feels like there's always watermarks. Like, no matter how much I dry them, it's never, like, fully dry, and I hate it. There you go. Okay, let me save this, and then we're gonna see if we like the positioning on the arm. This should reflect both on left and right, because I only see one. I'm not sure. This seems to be both arm left and arm right, but we're gonna test it and make sure, because I'm not 100% sure what's going on here, but we'll find out. We'll find out together. So let me save this. Okay, where are you? There it is, 4K version. Let me do icons, there we go. This one, and then which one are we on? We are on number 7. Okay, there we go. All right, and then I'm gonna tab real quick so I can reload. All right, cool. So let's move here. Okay, ooh, there we go. Okay, so the shadows, we have to keep that in mind. The shadows we will have to adapt because that just, like, straight up hides it. But, oh, on that side it doesn't go that crazy. Why is it just that side? It seems like more of like a shadow on the other one. Interesting. Okay, but we can get, like, the basic shape. I think I'm gonna go a little lower. Little bit? Tiny bit? Hi, Sino, how are you? Yeah, I think I'll go a little lower, but I'm not sure, because, like, my left, chat's right. What is visually on the right now. Like, that one goes over it, but the other one goes under, because, like, this side doesn't look that crazy.
Abba. Do it again.
I declare this Curve Appreciation Day. Get appreciated, nerd.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate the biddies. And you got to see the hearts, finally. But thank you. Let me move me back real quick. But yeah. Oh, this will look really nice once everything is done. Just gonna have to, yeah, I don't know why the shadows are different. Suiika has updated the model. I'm still on the 1.0. I think it's 1.3 right now. So if I update the file, that might be fixed at this point. But if not, I can send in, like, a thing and be like, hey, I noticed this. But I don't want to send in any bug reports until I've, like, updated. But all right, so let's go back here. And then I want to make this a little lower because I think it was just a tiny bit too high for my liking. But it's honestly, it's not the worst thing. We'll be able to figure it out. Because, like, worst case scenario, I either get rid of the shadows or I alter the shadows. Like, absolute worst case scenario. Alright, maybe I should do more straight. It seemed like it was curved really hard. And I don't think I curved it that hard, personally. Let me do this. Alright, let's try more of a straight look to it. That's angled a little bit, but that's fine, honestly. Alright, so we're gonna save that again on texture 7. Okay, and then tab. Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum. Okay, yeah, so ignoring the shadows being funky, I think this is like a good like height for it. So I'm actually quite happy with that. Still really confused on that, but like, cause on the visual left side, the shadow looks really nice. I just don't know why it's why the shadow is above the arm on the other. Maybe it's just another part that we have to adjust. We'll figure it out. Boop. Dun-dun. All right, so we have that. And then I want to block out. I'm going to figure out why there's 2 of these here. Because a lot, like for this one, this does left and right. But maybe there was something else? Maybe there was something else. And then I'm assuming these are the shadows for the shoulders, like here and here. But that looked way too... That's okay. We'll figure it out. We will figure it out. All right, so we're gonna do another selection. And then we'll do one side first, see how that goes, because this looks literally the same to me. I think this is an exact, like, copy paste right here, but we'll figure it out. We'll find out. All right, so let me get this out, and then we'll go around and select this. But I am excited to, like, transform this model. Like, I think it's gonna look super, super pretty. Like, it already does look super pretty, obviously. But the changes that we're making, I'm incredibly excited for. And then I gotta make sure to update to the 1.3 version. Because I bet you things like that have already been pointed out. Hello, Leah. Hope you're having a glorious day in mushrooming. This is gonna be a D's Nuts joke, isn't it? Isn't it? Popping in to say hi and lyric. Well, hello. Oh, also Gentle. I don't know if you looked at stickers today, but not only did I add squeak with that that frog squeak audio, I also added glorp with the funny little noises that the kitty makes. So anyone can use those if they would like. And if not, that's okay too. But I think they're both very cute. I still think I like Squeak the most, but it's really hard to decide. And the bop, bop, bop. Bum, ba-dum. There we go. Okay. So this one should be almost entirely black, just because it's going to be part of the glove. Blah. Welcome in, welcome in. All right, so I'm assuming this is probably going to be left. We're going to find out, but let me write this down. Lower arm. I'm going to go with left, and then we're going to see what happens. Okay, number 7. Okay. Bum bow. I like how wide open my eyes were during the reload on that. No D's Nuts joke. Trying to change up doing well. Looked up synonyms and mushrooming was on the list. What is the etymology for that? Blah. All right, let's see. Oh, no, we need this one. Ah, did that not change anything? Maybe it's for one of the other hands? No, not for these ones. What about this one? No. Did it save? Hold on, let me make sure it's saved. Is that one just not being used? Is that one on the texture atlas just not being used? Okay, all right. Well, we're gonna refresh it one more time and find out. I'm getting the feeling that this one this doesn't have a mesh. I can almost guarantee you this one doesn't have a mesh, and this one does. That's what I think is going on here. You put it on my face. Oh my god. All right, let me, I'm gonna be a little janky with this. Oh, it's not exact. Okay, hold on. Then we're gonna be better about this then. I love the little glorp. It's so cute. It's so cute. And then at some point after I get some more work done, I need to make sure that I add all the stickers to my little monitor on screen, because I have like the nice fancy, you know, purple one now, but I want to add all the stickers I have planned. I have most of them drawn out too, and then I'm definitely going to add Squeak and Glorp on there. All right. Boop, boop. All right, bring this in. All right, this over here, and then we go up. Boop, 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 boop. Also, I hope you like the music today. Been trying to broaden some of my gaming music horizons. Boop, boop, boop. But it's a really fun mix, honestly. Okay, so now, let's see. So my guess is going to be that this arm now will be the regular lower arms. So let's go and save that. And texture 7. Okay. Refresh. And then let's take a look. There we go. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go either a little bit above, or I'm going to have to find where that line is otherwise. But we've got the bottom section now, so that's good. That's good. Okay, so if we wanna make the other shape, I think what we need to do is this one over here. That's this section of the hand, right? So I can make this kind of curve over here, but I might have to go like a little bit outside of the margin for up top. So let me scooch myself back, and then, yeah, because I think I see a little bit of brown. So we can fix that pretty easily, I believe. All right. Around a little more. And I can blend this out a little bit too. I just don't want to go super far because it depends on like how the mesh is set up. But it should be okay. All right, let's save this and then test it. All right, saved. Weep boop. There we go. Okay, it's almost completely invisible now. I can fix that pretty easily. You know, if this is as dark as it is, I might remove the shadow. I just don't understand why it's doing the thing. Or maybe it's a second shadow on top. Decisions. Because it makes sense that we're technically on the arm skin right now, so it makes sense to put the shadows on top of the skin. But we could just get rid of it if we really need to. I think I might also be able to do that in the VTube Studio sliders. I might be able to do that. Are you talking about the shadow? Because it's a weird shadow thing. It's not that it actually isn't covered. But we'll get it figured out. All right, so that's good there for blocking, and then I want to move on to, I believe it was going to be this hand. So let's do lower hand glove. All right, and then we're going to go around this. Boop, 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 boop. Go around. Yeah, I would almost bet money that the shadows I pointed out earlier are the ones that are doing that. I'm reading that and trying to figure out what joke you're trying to do, Tier. 5-stream streak, let's go. Boop, 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 boop. And then go around here. Ha ha. Oh my god. That one I haven't seen before, so I will at least give you credit on that. So you do get points, whether it is originality or just that I have not seen that one. I'll let you choose which it'll be. All right, let's do that. And then I want to make it so there might be a wrist part that I'm missing. Usually when you group stuff in the texture atlas, aside from the way Suiika's done it is they try to keep like skin here, for instance, right? It's not usually grouped by like exact parts of the model. It's usually like saving space and things like that. Like the ideal is to have as little free space as possible on these, but it's not like bad if you have extra, like if you have more than like, you know, a few texture atlas pages. Welcome in, welcome in. So we will do this. And then I want to see how much that covers first before we actually like carve out what I need. Because I feel like there's a wrist piece that I need to find. So let's see what it does. Okay. Boop, boop. Yeah, I was right. I was right. I knew there was something hiding. I knew it. I'm gonna actually scooch myself a little bit for this.
My hatch day will be Sunday.
I don't know what that is, actually. But yay, if it's good. I'm not sure. All right, let me scooch me. I'm gonna do this. And then, oh, your birthday. Oh, happy birthday. It's a little early. Yeah, I wasn't sure what you were referring to for a second. I'm gonna move myself up to like this much. There we go. So I can see the hands like a little bit better. The day Saurus hatch from egg, yeah. All right, let me adjust this. All right, this one will now be here. Cool. Okay, yeah, I knew it. I knew it. There was a wrist piece that we are missing. So I might actually not need this section at all. So I can get rid of that, and then I'm gonna move myself back here. So if I were a wrist piece, would I maybe be this one? We're gonna find out. Wrist. I'm gonna guess here, but I'm not sure. So this is the fun part of like, guess what piece of skin this is? Because I sure as hell don't know. Like some of them are a little more obvious, and some of them are not. But hands are funny because they get to be pretty complicated depending on how you want them to move. Birthday for reptiles? Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. All right, I'm gonna guess this one. What's the over-under that I am correct, chat? Tibby skin? No, that's not the Tibby skin. The Tibby skin is on here, though. All right, let's take a guess on this one. I'm doing pretty good. How are you? Like, Tibby skin is here, and then there's a third one, so I'm not sure. This is like the chest area underneath the Tibby skin. And then this is just like general neck connecting into shoulder, and then neck here, and then torso, and then head. Oh no, spam call. Do you ever do the, like the funny, like pickup answers where it's like, Joe's crematorium, you kill him, we grill him. How can I help you today? Like things like that. Do you ever do that? The legendary third Tibby. Yeah. Yeah. It must be the third Tibby. Everyone knows the third Tibby is the most precious Tibby of them all. All right, let's see. Is that a wrist? All right, let's see. That's armpit. All right, we found armpit. Ooh, salacious. Let's get rid of that. All right, well, I am going to assume, I forgot to save it. I am going to assume that is all armpit down there. All right, then I'm gonna try this part over here. I think that's gonna be it then. Luigi's Pizzeria and Amputation Clinic. Your loss our sauce, yeah. I saw like somebody doing it the other day, and I forget what they said. They had a few of them that were really good. But yeah. Oh, so good. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one. I thought this might have been armpit, but it kind of looks like fingers could go here, like 1, 2, 3, 4, with the way these are. So, did you finish Mama Peach? No, not yet. Not yet. I want to work on Peach. There's a couple things I have to finish, but I wanted to try to get this done because I'm making videos out of this whole process. One's answered. House of Hose, your cream is our dream. Oh my god. That's really fucking funny. Yeah, I don't know what it is about those, but they're so funny and they work like every fucking time. Or if you try to pretend to be like a different like scam call thing, where like you pretend to be like, I don't know, Microsoft or some shit. Those ones work really well too. Though I'm gonna be real with you, I don't even answer 90% of my calls. Cause like most of the time, it's just spam. Like if I don't recognize the caller ID, I will not pick up. They can leave a voicemail if it's important. And if it's like, I will pick up if it's family or friends, but 90% of the time, my friends just message me on like Discord. Like I have a couple that still use like Facebook Messenger. I think it's like one person at this point that the only reason I hold on to Facebook Messenger is for like one of my friends. That's it. But everything else is like Discord or something else. Okay, so let's see if this is the palm of the hand. Save as. This one would make a lot of sense, actually. Okay. Let's move here. It is! Okay, it is. Yes! We have correct glove placement. Hell yeah. All right. So now we can actually make the shape that we want to make here, which is fantastic. And then I might go a little bit over the thumb, like a tiny, tiny bit. But no, this is great. And then we can figure out where the middle finger is so I can continue the glove downward. But hell yeah. Messenger for me is one friend and my grandmother. Yeah, my grandma just like texts me or calls me. She usually calls me, but like it's text or call. I don't even know if she has Facebook. Someone in my family probably made her a Facebook at one point, but like she's not good with like any kind of technology. So we just kind of leave it at that. Though she still answers like text messages as if they were emails. So like she signs them off as like, love you, grandma. Which is like, it's really cute. Don't get me wrong. I love it, but it's just like unnecessary. Wrist for real. Okay, so let's go based off of, I would say it's probably going to be shaped like this relatively. So let's try this and see if we like the shape. And then I'm going to have to do the same thing where I go slightly above the border. Right, yeah, no, it's really cute. Like, I will never tell her to stop doing it because it's pretty adorable, I'm not gonna lie. But, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, my grandma is, like, the very, like, stereotypical, like, just does not understand technology. Like, I remember when I lived with her, she would get scam calls, and I'd have to, like... This is for anyone who hasn't had a landline before. This was in the age of dinosaurs, where you could pick up the phone while somebody was on the house line and be connected into the call. So I would have to, like, if I heard her be like, oh, well, actually, I've been having this problem. My computer's been so slow recently. I'd have to pick up the other landline and be like, Grandma, hang up the phone. That's a scam. And I'd have to, like, constantly remind her, like, hey, Microsoft will never call you. You always have to call Microsoft. That's never going to be, like, they don't actually look out for you. Those are bad people. Those are scammers. Don't listen to them. Okay, let's see if this is a good start. Okay, almost. Okay, I am going to have to go over that finger, but I think generally speaking, it's pretty good. Let me just keep turning a little bit. Yeah, no, that looks pretty good. And then we need to get that, like, first, like, digit of the middle finger. But we're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, so we'll leave that one. So that is actually the wrist. So I'm going to delete this. Wrist. Okay, so we need to go back to this finger. And then we need to slightly go over this. And then that'll look correct. So, this is thumb. All right, I think I'm just going to eyeball it here on this one, to be honest with you. Because I have, like, a general idea of where this should go. Oh, that is too far. What happened? What happened? Okay, so from like here, I want to say it's like this. And then we'll adjust as needed. Honestly, going over the texture atlas like this feels like I'm working more on like a 3D model than I am on a 2D. Because I actually, did I ever show y'all the steak I was working on in Blender? This is from a while ago, because after I made the donuts, I was working on a steak, but I never finished it. But I don't know if I ever showed y'all progress on it. I don't think I did. But I was working on like hand texturing it. There we go. All right, this is my guesstimate. Once made the screensaver, system failure, just bouncing around the screen. Granny was distressed. No, your poor grandma. Oh no. She must have been so confused. I feel bad for your Gram. Did you apologize to her? Okay, so let's see if that's about right. Okay, move. You here, you here. Ooh, it's like, it's almost there. It's almost there. Okay, there's another section that we are missing, but we almost got it. Let me just move that way. There we go. Yeah, it's like, it's almost there. We'll get it. Actually, if I cut off here, that might blend it in a little better. You did? Good. Good. Your poor Grammy probably had a heart attack. Okay, so we're gonna go back. And then we're gonna cut this off at like a harsher line. Let's do like, I think. Start with this and see how that looks. I might not even need to cut off like this section here, but we're gonna find out. Bow, 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 bow. Okay, actually, ooh. That's very close. It's almost there. Almost. I gotta cut off the bottom section to blend it. But we're getting there. We're getting there. This is honestly like the worst part out of this entire thing is just trying to figure out like, how does this work? Where does this go? Should I do it like this? Should I do it like that? But once I get these like basic outlines, then the rest of it is just really easy. Do like that. And then pull this one here. And here. All right. Okay, see how that looks. There we go. Oh, it's so close. Look at it. Hold on. It's like insanely close to the right shape. Yeah, I just gotta pull it in a little bit harder, but it's honestly, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Like if I really need to, I can like just make them basically full gloves minus like the actual fingers themselves, but I think I can manage to get the right shape on this one. Let's get rid of that maybe. Fix that so it curves nicely. Save again. Okay. And And tabby tab. I'm glad I made buttons for this time, because last time I kept like manually moving myself. Oh, it's basically there. It's basically there. Okay, I'm gonna actually zoom in so you can see the hand. Hold on. Let's see. There we go. Hold on. This is just to show the hands. Hand movement only, not being weird. Not being weird. Actually, not being weird. I just am trying to look at the hands, that's all. Okay, some minor adjustment and it's good. Don't want Twitch to get mad at me because I'm actually genuinely trying to look at like the model. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna go around it a little bit. There we go. And around. And around. Okay, that should be good. And then I want to say it's this finger. I'm going to guess that is this finger. That is the middle section that I would normally extend it out to. So let me do middle finger. Leah being weird. Yeah, always being weird. Except for when I'm not. Okay. Let me be smart about this. Just go around. It'd be easier than trying to make sure that I'm very carefully getting almost the entire section. Delightfully strange, yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. All right, let's do this. And then let's see if that looks right. Because I believe that's going to end up being the middle finger. Because I want to say this is pinky, this is ring, and then this is middle. Okay, and then tab tab. Okay, and then let's see. Ooh, okay, it is. We're still gonna have to color in some of that lower area. So I think what I might do to make this easier is I might make the gloves like slightly different. So let me color in, where was it? That was armpit. Where was, here, okay. I'm going to actually, I think I might bring this in and make a slightly different glove design just because of the way that this is set up. Oh, and then I need one more knuckle over here, which I think is it this one? I'm gonna say it's this one here. So I think I'm gonna slightly change it. Middle finger 2. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna select this one because I get a feeling that that's the connected one. Boop, 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 boop. All right, go around here, and then we'll test to make sure. Okay. And tap, tap. Just grab that real quick. Okay. Let's see how you look. There we go. Okay. So let's color in that palm area and then see how that looks. Because I think it'll be easier because I'm worried about how much the lines are going to move. So if we just color that in, we'll see how it looks. Was cooking good looking? Hi. No, fixing one thing. Do. Why is Windows being fucky? 1 second. Okay, so let's go back to here. Now, was I smart or did I delete this? Hand glove, wrist. No, okay. That is an easy fix though. So let me, might be faster if I just go around it. I'm gonna make a new one so that I can go back and forth and decide. But I'm gonna go around this again. All right, boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. All right, around the fingies over here. And then around this side. You miss Windows XP. I have Windows 98, so I can still play some of the old games. But I'm not sure if I miss any of the prior ones, to be honest. I don't miss Vista, I can tell you that much. that I can say for sure. I do not miss Windows Vista, even remotely. Like, I'm on 11 now, but like, I kind of wish I was still back on 10, but they were doing the whole like force upgrade. Yeah, Vista was hot garbo. Okay, let's see. Boop, boop. Yeah, okay, I think this is gonna be easier. I can round out the, like, the thumb. So I'll make it like a thumb hole, and then I'll do the middle finger as normal. But I think this is gonna end up being easier on this rather than trying to be a bit more accurate to my design. So I think this is what we're gonna end up going with. So yeah, so I'll round out this section over here, and then we'll do, actually this is closer to my 2.0 because my 1.0 gloves are closer to this. So we'll do my 2.0 gloves then. So that works for me. All right, let's do middle finger 3. Second favorite was 7. Yeah, 7 I remember being pretty good. Though, like, I guess I kind of miss the nostalgia of some of the older computer systems. Like, recently on YouTube, when I need something to kind of, like, occupy noise in the back, I've been putting on a bunch of, like, really, really old, like, kids learning games. Like, the old, like, Fisher-Price games and stuff that they used to have. And then the Jumpstart Kids ones. Like, I remember playing those when I was a little bab, and I kind of miss them, I'm not gonna lie. Welcome in, how you doing? Yeah, it has been a while, how you been? And thank you, appreciate that. Customize my layouts to the older aesthetic, yeah. All right, let's save. A boop, boop, boop. Okay. Actually, let me round this out now first, because I want to make the thumb hole a little different shape-wise. Boop, boop. Okay. This one we were just eyeballing, so I'm going to round this out like that. That was a beautiful line. Love that. Love when that happens. And then I already have some of my color palettes already picked out in my gradient maps. So it'll be a nice and easy to color. Yeah, beautiful. It was just like a perfect like curve. Made me very happy. Boop, boop. Oh, that's a cute little hello emote. All right, so we'll go with that. Let's see how that looks. And then I might adjust the thumb hole a little bit, but we will see. Okay. Boop, boop. Okay, move here. Take this off. Okay. All right. No, that's pretty good, I think. Yeah. No, I'm pretty happy with that, actually. I will take that. It's a little closer to my 2.0 design, but that's totally fine. And it's still like it looks similar. I knew for a lot of this stuff I wasn't gonna get an exact like 1-to-1 of how these were gonna look. I do want to figure out what's going on with the shadow. I think I might wait to deal with the shadow until I get the updated version of the model. But I just wanted to be able to get the basic stuff done first. But no, I think that looks pretty good. I am happy with that. So we have all of the basic glove stuff. So why don't we work on the hands for the waving hand and like the shy uwu hand. So, oh, thank you. It is a customizable model by Suiika, but I'm doing additional art to try to get it to look something like this over here. All right, I'm assuming this is gonna be wave arm, wave hand, and then shy arm, shy hand. So why don't we see how that goes? So shy arm, that's gonna be my guess, is this one. Ooh, hand, yeah, these ones, here, just ooh, ooh. It doesn't do like the peepo shy, like ooh hand, but like, it's still really cute, you know? And then I've been thinking about changing up this like cardigan to like maybe like a fuzzy like crop top, like kind of like jacket. I haven't decided yet, but I will test things out. I think that's gonna be a later thing. I want to get something close to like this first before we do that. All right, let's select. Boop, 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 boop. Doom, doom, doom. Bum, bum, bum. All right, and go around here. Even though we haven't gotten the rendering done, just like blocking out everything is so satisfying. You got a beautiful piece of art there, right? Look at that beautiful arm. In all its glory. All right, bring that around here. Oop, there we go. It needed another dot there. Tasty arm. My arm is not for nomming, okay? Okay, let's see. I'm pretty sure that this is going to be it, but let me do shy hand next. And it's dismembered majesty, yeah. All, what, 18 pages? Yeah, all 18 pages of textures. Abwa. All right, so we'll match the same thing where the middle finger is going to get the basic design. Like I will continue on to here. Let me see how that looks. Yeah, okay, and then we'll figure out which one is that middle like finger for like the top knuckle? Maybe? Not sure. Whatever one shows the nail, and then we can make sure that that's colored in as well. But that should be easy peasy. Because this could be it. I don't see the nails. Though I would guess that this one is going to be the finger that we're looking for here. Abois. There's so much abois, 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 abois. You've been lurking? Oh, thanks for the lurk. Lurks are super helpful, so thank you. Yeah, I'm going to guess it's this finger right here. So we'll do the hand first. So let me grab what I need. Right? I've been liking it a lot. I forget how we started on the abois thing, but I kind of like want to make it into like the brand. You know? Like it's just fun to say. And I don't think I've heard anyone else do that sound. So I think it would be a fun little like branding thing. And if you throw teeth at me, it makes that sound too. So if you have points and you want to throw a bunch at me, you can do it. You can go abois, 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 abois. And then around we go. Abois Kwambi. I don't remember the last time I've ever been to one, to be honest with you. Because, like, that was popular when I was in, like, middle school, maybe? Something like that. It's been a long time. Like, is Abercrombie still, like, in business? Is that a thing anymore? It's hard to keep track of, like, all the stores that, like, go out of business. There we go. All right, so let's take this. And then we got to be a little more careful on this one, but we can do it. I believe. All right, bring this in. And try to follow, like, right above. Boom. Do this. Actually, no, I'm going to turn it this way. So then I can bring it in. I'm going to go for, like, something relative to this. I can always adjust it, but let's see how this looks as a base before we get too crazy with it. All right, let me get that. And then we can fix those lines, and then we're good. Yeah, I'm trying to think, because, like, I know, or at least I've seen, because I've said this before, so I don't actually know how accurate it is, but I've seen stuff about, like, Joann's, like, going out of business or something, but I swear I saw that years ago, and, you know, they're still here for now, at least. But, I was seeing stuff about that again recently.
Be viewy quiet. We're Ubwa Kedawa stealth mode.
This just reminds me of the be very, very quiet. It's wabbit hunting season. Duck season, wabbit season, duck season. I could have said something else by accident, and I didn't there, and I'm happy I didn't. Duck season, wabbit season, duck season, wabbit season. Yeah, shh, I'm hunting wabbits. All right, let's see how that looks. I'll do this finger after, but I want to make sure I like relatively where this is going. I think I'm going to actually have to cut into this earlier, but yeah, Elmer Fudd. I used to watch a lot of Looney Tunes when I was a kid. I liked Tweety Bird a lot. Tweety was cool. There's a bunch of characters. All right, let's see. Does this do the do? All right, take this off, and it does. There we go. Let me move myself over. Look, I have the gloves. I have them. Yeah, I got to change up the angle of that, but I think it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. Oh, also interesting. Hold on. The shadow, when I do the ooh arms, the shadow isn't showing up. So it's only attached to, let's do this. Yeah, look, the shadow goes away when I put this arm on. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, Roadrunner. Meet me. Do you remember Pepe Le Pew? That was a weird character. But yeah, look at how cute. Oh, I like this. I like this. Okay. There we go. My little ooh. All right, we'll take those down for like 2 seconds. All right, so I'll adjust this because I think I want this to go like more like that. The HR skull. Yeah, he was weird. Like, I know it came from a much earlier time, but I was like, he doesn't know the meaning of no. But yeah. Let's see, who else? Oh, Marvin the Martian, do you remember him? And the Tasmanian Devil. There was, I forget the exact name of it, but it was like a Warner Bros. Game for, I want to say it was PlayStation 2, where you played as Bugs and Daffy, and you had to like go around the world to collect stuff. It was like a collectathon game, like towards like the dying end of collectathon games, where like THQ was like producing almost all of them. But I like vaguely remember playing it, and like I don't remember it actually being like a good game, but I kind of want to play it out of nostalgia. You know what I mean? Pepe Le Rizla. If Pepe came out today, that's absolutely what they would call him. All right, let's do, okay, I think this is going to be Shy Hand Thingy. All right, I'm just gonna, oh, nope, not that. I forgot, I have to select the area, or I have to do this first. Let me do this, because I feel like this will be faster. All right, around here. All right, let's see if it's that. If not, we can get rid of it. All right, save. But Johnny Bravo. At least the nice thing with Johnny Bravo was that, like, he got the shit beaten out of him. Like, he would do, like, weird stuff, but, like, the show would, like, be like, hey, this is not appropriate behavior, and he would get the shit beat out of him. So at least, like, while it was there, like, they like, told you, like, don't do this. Nobody likes this guy. Except for his mom. There was a Tiny Toons fairy tale computer game that I was obsessed with as a kid. Yeah, I remember Tiny Toons. I remember, so for Johnny Bravo, like, my mom did not want me watching it because of, like, the behaviors he exhibited, which, like, I get. But the show specifically was like, nah, fuck this guy, he's a douchebag. And then they had that one episode where he had to like a spell put on him. I think it's Witch A Woman is the name of the episode. But he turned into a girl and then had to go through all the shit that he did to women. And I was like, good job, Cartoon Network. Good job. All right. Move here. And then, oh, okay. So that was not the right thingy. That is a different thingy. Oh, wait, did I tab it? Hold on. Maybe, no, I didn't update it yet. Yeah, I think it's W-I-T-C-H-A-Y, Witch A Woman. Oh, interesting. So they use that same finger twice. Okay. I guess I will not do that one then. Because I don't want both of the fingers. Because for, like, continuity's sake, I would have to either have both of them or neither of them. So for this one, we'll kind of ignore it. but I think it looks cute. It looks super cute. All right, let me save this and then we can check it. Okay, texture. Yep, good, good, good. All right, tap, tap. Ta-da.
Steals your fingers.
Why would you steal my fingies? I need my fingies. Don't take my fingies. Please don't take my fingies. All right, that's good. So I can put these hands down now. And then the next hands we can work on are like the waving high ones. But that should be pretty easy.
Eats fingies.
No, eat my fingies. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Don't eat my fingies.
Forbidden corn dog.
My fingers are not a forbidden corn dog. Thank you very much. Why do you want to eat my fingers? I can't draw as well if I don't have all my fingies. I need them for stabilization. Oh my god, no. Don't do that. Don't do that. Crunchy? No. I mean, it would be crunchy, but no. No, 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 no. Wave arm. I want to switch this one. Let's go to number 2. Loop that, and I want to save that. There we go. Leah, you never let us have any fun. Because I don't want you to take away my fingers? The fingers that I use every day? I need them, okay? I need them.
Leah fingers are the latest menu item at TGI Fridays.
No, they're not. I did not sign any business deal with TGI Fridays. Also, are they still a thing? Does TGI Fridays still exist? Look, I know they got finger foods there, but my fingers ain't their food, all right? It's not how that works. TGI fingies. No! You stop it. You stop it, yo. No. All right, boop, boop, boop. I'm gonna work and I'm gonna keep my fingies at a safe distance. And I'm gonna get chat a muzzle.
Time for the chat field trip. We're all gonna get fingies.
Like finger foods, not my fingers, right? Right? When did chat become cannibalistic? I don't remember writing that in your lore. I don't remember this being a thing. Somebody didn't update me.
Menacing smile.
I'm not sure if I like that. Nearest TGI Fridays to me is Dallas. That's, like, not worth going to TGI Fridays for. That's too far. That's way too far. I'd probably travel an hour to Jollibee. I would not travel an hour to TGI Fridays. They seem to only be in the Midwest. They're located in the Midwest. They had them back home for me. So I don't know if they have them anymore, but they did have them in the Northeast when I was growing up. Chad has always had a refined palate for flesh. No! I did not raise y'all to be cannibals. I didn't raise y'all at all, but I certainly did not raise y'all to be cannibals. Also, one of the reasons I am happy, I'm pretty, like, I'm not heavily tattooed, but by, like, the average person's standards, I'm heavily tattooed. Because cannibals will not turn my fingies into fingy food. The Midwest. It's the wild Midwest here. The wild, wild west. What was that movie with Will Smith where it was like a Midwest movie, but they had like, okay, this is the only thing that I remember from that movie, is that at the very beginning, there's this lady with big booba, and then she has a bra that like opens up, and it's got like hypnosis circles in them, and that's the only thing that I remember. Is it just Wild Wild West? That's the only thing I remember from that movie is like this lady's gargantuan knockers and the swirly hypno circles within them. That's it. I don't remember anything else from the movie, just that. That is the only thing. Oh
Cannibalism is only natural, human eating cock and vagina for millennium.
That's not cannibalism. There's swallowing involved, but not the right kind. Oh my god. I only remember being traumatized by giant mecha spider. I don't even remember there being a spider, so that speaks to how much I was paying attention to the boobies. No, I don't. I actually do not remember anything related to spiders in that movie. That's not gonna make it to YouTube, is it? No, because YouTube will get mad at me. It's funny. So I was like scheduling some stuff for like later this month, and they dinged me on two videos. And one was where I was screaming about Huggy getting pregnant. And the other one was where I got scared by the Steam jump scare. I asked for a review and I won the review on both of them, but I was mad that they dinged me for that one because the Huggy one is Huggy's pregnant, Huggy's pregnant, he's pregnant, he's pregnant. Because I was trying to reference our playthrough to from Dead Space, like Dead Space 1. YouTube doesn't like pregnancy. All right, let's see. Wave hand. But yeah, YouTube hates pregnancy. Wild. Absolutely wild. Can't believe they would hate that. Though I find it, like, the one thing that's annoying for YouTube for me, aside from their, like, really aggressive, like, AI, is the AI is aggressive when it doesn't need to be. Because, like, I have seen some advertisements for not safe for work
Hey
sites.
YouTube, you a bitch, shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, and tits.
Yep, exactly. But I've seen like actual like 18 plus websites get through like the ads. Like they'll take the money for it and they'll be like, "Oh, sorry, we didn't know that was happening." But if you're like just in the partner program and you're trying to upload anything, I guess saying he's pregnant is that might be bad. But I still won the manual review, so I was just more annoyed than anything. Because you know what the crazy part is? I've had no issues, like not even yellow dings on any of my videos for months. And 2 yellow dings, which were inaccurate, by the way, sent my account from like monetization input, like accuracy from high to low. 2 of them. Yeah. Hi, YouTube. But yeah, it's like crazy how you can be like, yeah, no, I haven't done anything wrong for months, and I have a good track record of being a good bean and following the rules and not being an asshole. And then, 2 mistakes on your part? Oh, well, I guess I'm not reliable for accuracy anymore. Whoopsie doodle. But yeah, the life of a content creator. I'm just happy that, like, I've had to tweak some stuff that I do and say just to avoid YouTube being stinky with me, but still. I got served an ad on YouTube for mail order brides? What? Well, I was media sharing with a friend of the feminine persuasion. Never happened before or since. Damn, the timing for that is shitty, but also, what the fuck, YouTube? That's not okay. What the hell? Like, I think most of the ads I get at this point are pretty tame, but I will see that, like, it's usually, like, really shitty mobile games with awful, like, AI generated art that, like, it doesn't even look right. And it's like, play this anime inspired mobile game with, like, characters that have very clearly, like, been ripped off, where they just, like, typed in girl Vegeta and then try to pass it off as, like, their own creation. No. Let's not make jokes like that, Gentle. That's human trafficking. Let's not do that. All right. This one's gonna be actually pretty easy. So let me see how far this goes. Let me take off the cardigan. Okay, I'm gonna start with the fingy. Yeah. No, appreciated. Thank you. Thank you. Let's do here to here. And then color this part in, and then that should be good. All right. Meow. Meow. All right, that should be good there. That should match up pretty well. I might need to do some of this lower area here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be smart. I'm gonna go like this, hide it so I don't have to get the, I don't have to lasso it again. All right, let's see how that looks. Tab. Oh, why is it so hot in my room? Goddamn. Okay, let's turn on wave hand. Oh, actually, no, I don't think I need to do that. Okay, there we go. Look at. Here, look how cute. Look how cute. So I will take away one of these, and then I will do this, and then you can see both hands now. So that looks pretty good, I think. Hee hee. I like it. It's coming out pretty good. Because I'm here. Gentle, no. All right, it's not letting me delete it. I'm timing out for like 1 second just to get rid of it, but. Boop. There you go. I was just gonna delete that one, but Twitch is not letting me for some reason. All right, there we go. All right, so that is good. Turn that one off, that one off. Hell yeah. Okay, so we've gotten all of the glove parts figured out. Hi, Tie-Dye, how are you? Okay, so that's good. We have all the base parts. And then let's see, the darkest color here. Let me adjust it because I want to see what it looks like with one of the purples. Actually, I could just make this a little lighter. Okay, we can get rid of that one because I don't need that now because the shape worked out really well over here. Okay, wave arm. There we go. So let's go with like this shade of gray and see how that looks. So on here, it'll look... Is this not working here? Oh, I might need to put it in a new folder. Hold on, I can do this. Lower arm. Yeah, because I was able to get it for like the neck part. I was working on this over here, but I might... Oh, I know why I did it. I know why. Hold on, watch this. Let me get rid of this real quick. And then I can add the adjustment layer back in. There we go. There we go. There's the purple. So we'll do that one. And then we'll do the shy, let's see, Fingy, we ended up not having anything on. So let's get rid of that. And then hand is this one, and then arm is this one. So let's take a quick look to see what it might look like with some actual color on it. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that. All right, let's save this one, but I'm not doing too terribly. Just working on some arts. Okay. All right, let's take this off and then we can test. There we go with the purple. All right, so the gloves on the upper body will end up being the correct colors, but you can see it's a little closer. It's a little closer. So we'll take these ones off and then this will go here and here. All right, I still have to extend that a little to blend it out, but that's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah, I'm working on the texture atlas for this new model. Trying to have it look something relatively close to this mock-up over here. But we've been spending the past like hour and a half or so just making sure that we're getting everything blocked out properly. All right, cool, cool, cool. So shy arm, shy hand. Soda. Oh, more soda. More soda. There's so, okay, all right. That's so many sodas. A texture atlas is basically, you have this big piece of paper right here, right? And then a bunch of sodas. But it's basically a big piece of paper, so to speak, like a digital piece of paper that has a bunch of smaller images on it. So if you've ever looked at any kind of like 3D modeling before, you'll see that a 3D image gets unwrapped to be a flat image, and then depending on where the parts are on there, it'll show on the actual like texture itself. So like for a 2D VTuber, we can already kind of see what the shapes are supposed to look like. And then we add movement later. But in 3D, it's the inverse, where you put the movement first, and then you put the picture part later. Like, no, it's gonna get sticky and gross. Thank you for the soda, I appreciate it. Gloves are looking good? Thank you. I think once we get... Once we get the render done on here, it'll look even better, honestly. But I'm very happy with how it's coming out so far. We've had to make a couple little changes around like the fingers and stuff just for the way the pieces like come together. But I think it looks pretty good. All the TVs. And no problem, no problem. Actually, I should have a screenshot because I needed it for a video I was working on last night. There we go. Watch this. Bum, bum. This is a steak I was working on. Actually, I guess I can make this bigger, but this is a steak I was working on, right? So let me just move this in to make it a little easier. So on the right hand here, you can see like that's the model I was working on, this actual like steak part here. But on the left hand is like the unwrapped texture, and it looks like kind of funky, right? So basically where you place the coloring on the left side can determine what it looks like on the right. But I was actually coloring directly on the 3D model itself, which creates the texture atlas on the left-hand side. It's a little confusing, but like hopefully this visual helps. A beautiful boy of a crunch. I need to finish this, but I think I did a pretty damn good job.
What does the fox say?
No.
The stakes have never been higher.
The stakes have never been higher. Hi, Giggles, how are you? But yeah, that's just like a basic idea of it. If the live 2D version is confusing. Oh no. Hi, Leah in chat. Want to see a magic trick? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. Makes more sense to see it that way. Yeah, yeah. I think it's easier to show it on the 3D models than on the 2D, especially if you're like unfamiliar with both. Ah! Oh my god! That's so many. I'm so happy the audio is limited on your side because you cannot hear how fucking loud that is on my side. Oh my god. You doing okay? Well, okay is better than bad. Let's see. So yeah, I think we can start working on some rendering stuff. I will deal with the shadow issue that we're having. Maybe it's this one. Actually, let me test something real quick. I want to see if it's this. No, I need to be on the right layer for that. Boop. Okay, this one. I'm gonna erase it for 2 seconds. I want to see if it's this one or not, because that one's bothering me. But if not, I'll just look through it later and figure it out. Oh yeah, Gentle upgraded. So Gentle is number 17 now. All right, so let's see if that did what I think it did. No, that was not the right piece for that. Yeah, I will figure out what this like shadow thing is here. So I'm very curious about it. It might have already been solved in the updated version, so I might not even have to worry about it, to be honest, but we'll figure it out. All right, let me save that again, just so I don't lose that piece, because I don't know what part that is. I'm assuming that's armpit, because this one down here was part of the armpit, so I'm assuming this is all, like, armpit family over here. Right, I love the jacket. It's so cute. I might try to make, like, kind of like a little fuzzy crop jacket out of it, but I gotta test some things. All right, but I think we're gonna start on... We'll start with the upper parts. Oh my god, no. All right, let's see. Let's start with the hand, and then this can be wave, hand, render, and then do this, we'll do this, and then we can start coloring. And that part's my favorite. Oh, actually, no, wave hand is this one. Yeah, this one will be nice and easy, actually. Because it's only the little thingy. All right, let me get the correct brush out. Yeah, I guess we could start with like a 12. See how it goes. I know I'm gonna... These ones are probably gonna be a little quicker than my last, like the 2.0 that I'm working on, because aside from having the video that I'm working on relating to this needing to be done, I don't want to go too crazy. Like, I love how everything was coming out on my 2.0, but I think I've spent the most time specifically on that. Oh, thank you. So this is part of V-Hand. It's the little brush that comes with it. There's a bunch of them, but it's so cute, right? The bat was my personal favorite. All right, there's probably not going to be a ton of light on this, but bring this in. Get like a slightly darker shade for here, blend that. And same thing on that side. And then I can carve this back out with black. Let me get a smaller brush, maybe. I feel like 8 might be too much. I'm gonna go to 10. All right, blend these out over here. I think I'm gonna bring some of the shine out a little more over here on this side, but let me try to get this one first. And if we're going to stay on that side, I can probably stay on a 10 or 12. I think either would work. 10's not enough. Go to 1 million. The largest I can go to is 2,000. You want to see what 2,000 looks like? Boom. You see that? That's 2,000. That's a big brush. Look at that. That encompasses like multiple parts in it. Way too big. Way too big. It's all right, I guess. It's satisfactory. It's no 1 million, though. It'll never be 1 million. There we go. Yeah, bring this out a little more there. But not too bad so far, if I do say so myself. Do I have any more Epi juice? I need water. I was smart and I set up, I have like a little tiny fridge, like the super like baby, like skincare fridges. And I put water bottles in there so I don't always have to run downstairs to get more water now. I have like 2 sips of Appy juice left. All right, let's bring in a little more light because it's not quite as dark. Or it's a little too dark right now, but. So I'm going to assume the light is mostly coming from this top part. Yeah, I think that would make the most sense. Like, I can probably do, like, a little bit of light down here to, like, balance it, but most of it's gonna come from up here. Let's go a little lighter, a little smaller. There we go. Want that brightness in there. Ooh, nice. Yeah, Appy juice is always a good purchase. Every time I go to the store, even if I have enough, I always get like an extra 2-pack. Because it's like, I don't know, I guess it's just a comfort drink for me, but it's just nice to have, you know? All right, let me get a water bottle out of my fridge real quick. All right, I have returned from like 2 feet away. Ugh. I gotta remind myself to re-up. This is my last water bottle. I thought I did it earlier, but apparently I didn't. Oh, there we go. So from what I've figured out, if I have water around, I will drink it. Like if it's in front of me, I will just keep going. It's like a, you know, the whole like concept of mindless eating. Same idea, but it's just mindless drinking. As long as it's in front of me, I will drink it. Go. Then let me do this and then I can, oh, that's too light. Same thing here. Ooh, oh, that's already looking so shiny. Warm water in a plastic bottle. No. Well, okay, I won't drink it if it's warm. I don't really like water bottles. I only usually get them, like, if I think there's gonna be an emergency where we might not have, like, power and stuff for, like, several days. But at some point that water needs to be consumed, you know? But I have my little skincare fridge and it keeps it nice and cold. Like, it's not so cold that it hurts my teeth, but it's cold enough where it feels good. And tastes good. Hot water in a BPA-filled bottle. No. I always have the metal water bottles, because it tastes better. It tastes way better. All right, let's do... There we go. Then a little in here, a little in here. And then we want this to come in too, because I want it to look like there's little finger wrinklies right there. From like these little bits of like bending and stuff. Bring that over here. There we go. Look at that. It's all in the details. This one, same thing here. Perfect. Look at that. Gonna make some mild, like, detailing, but that's already basically done. That one little fingy right here. I guess we're working on the wave first. But that's already beautiful. All right, let me do this. Want this to look as shiny as possible. Same thing here. And then last part here. Look at that. Quick render. And then we could save, and then we could test this. See how it looks. Ooh, I like it. From afar, it definitely looks really good. All right, so let's tab. All right, and nope, wrong one. And I'm bald. Wrong button. Where's my hair? Where's my hair? There's my hair. Looks delicious, right? All right. All right, so I'm gonna move myself here. So it's a little hard to tell while it's actually moving, but I can see the differences. Yeah, bald. I turned myself bald by accident. Uh-oh. Become bald. I finished my vanilla cashmere candle. Now I have to light the second identical candle. Hey, you like what you like, you know what I mean? Like for me, I think we talked about this. I really like lavender smelling stuff. But lavender, vanilla, clean laundry is a good one. I feel like clean laundry is always a crowd pleaser, honestly. Like it's hard to go wrong with clean laundry. Yeah, bald. Here, there you go. Bald! There you go. Happy? Better? All right. Back on. There we go. But I am happy with that. And that's a very quick render, and that already looks very nice. I think I'm gonna do one thing on it. Nah, it's fine. I'll leave it. I'll leave it. Makeup is slaying today, right? Right? My models usually don't have makeup because I'm not good at drawing. It's one of those things that I gotta improve on at some point, but I really like having it. It's cute. I might change the lip color a little bit, but I haven't decided yet. Okay, so that's good. So wave arm is this one. And then wave arm render. Woo! The scent of fresh mode fields for your slayed enemy army. Okay, that's a good one too. I'm gonna clean out the jar and keep it for something, maybe for candy. That's good. I usually will, depending on how the jar looks, I'll either use it for like plants or I'll use it to hold like pencils or other art supplies. but it depends. If it's one that's like a really basic, like clear glass, then I'll probably use it to like hold like maybe like kitchen stuff, but depends. Depends. All right, now we don't have to be super baby small brush mode. Okay, that's a little too big. 60's probably fine for now. For me, I like candles that smell like sweets, like brownies, cookies. Ooh, I have some wax melts you would probably like then. I forget their like names, like what the company called them, but one is like pancakes and maple syrup, and it smells so good. Or anything that's got like a cinnamon roll kind of smell to it. I love that too. All right, so let's get the base out. All right, this can go here. Now where it connects down here and then at the very top here, I'm going to have to make darker. For here, it actually might not matter quite as much, but I'm still going to try to make the connection points darker. Has that oil rainbow shimmer effect on the glass and it's textured. Ooh, I love that. I love that. That sounds so nice. I think that would make a good flower pot. Actually, I have some orchids downstairs that I need to water those when I'm done with stream. They don't take a lot of water, which is really nice because like the instructions said that I could put like 3 ice cubes on it like once a week and it would be fine, which is perfect for me. And it said it needed indirect sunlight. I want to keep like more flowers and plants and stuff. I just don't really have time to keep up with them. I feel bad. I don't want to neglect the plant babies, you know? Like, I remember when the pandemic hit and people were, if they couldn't, like, get a pet, they got succulents, and succulents are really fucking hard to take care of. Like, I tried it, too. Actually, I think I tried it right before, like, the summer before the pandemic was happening. But it's hard, man. It was hard. They are very fussy plants. All right, so let's see. For this hand, or this arm, I should say, rather, light should be hitting more on this side rather than this side. So let me see what we can do here. Because I want... What did I do? I did something like this on my other model. Because light would hit here more. Did like a nice little cut over here. So I want the second darkest place to be here relatively. So we'll bring this up here. And then we have a little bit of light and stuff on the outside. Let me go back to this. I kind of want to show where the elbow is, but not quite. I feel like I should pick up more wax melts. I haven't looked for any in a while. So cool, you can see live updates on what you're doing with the textures. Yeah, here's like a fun little trick. On VTube Studio, you can set up a hotkey to update the textures. So all I have to do is just tab real quick, because that's how I have mine set up. And then once that loads, then you have this. Oh wait, no, I didn't save. Hold on, I gotta save first. But you can see this, watch, in real time. Ready? So you see that there's nothing on the arms right now. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna put it in the correct area. Okay, it's saved, and now, tap, tap. All right, and it should update. There we go, see? Ta-da! So while it's, obviously not done yet, it looks really good, honestly. Oh, actually, I can go to the bottom. Okay, so the way this is set up, that's actually not an issue. Nice, right? Yeah. It's really nice just to have those like little bits of automation so you don't have to like like close out of the program and then open it back up or anything. It looks good, ship it. Yeah. Yep. That's definitely how I want it to be, for sure. For sure. But I'm quite happy with it. Okay, so now that I know it can just go to the bottom without any real issue, then I can do some other stuff. All right, let me go back to this, and then I want this color, because I want to show off that elbow, because I did this, I'm not sure how to describe it exactly, but I made a really good, like, kind of cut to show the light on my other model, and I want to mimic that here if I can. So it was something like this, but I wanted it, like, very visible where you could see that height, because that cut was, like, something akin to that. Jazz hands, yeah, a little bit. But let's see. And go a little lighter for that. Because the highest point would be somewhere about here on the elbow. And then I want that kind of sharp and that cut in. Bring that over here. All right, bring this in. Then clean that up a little bit. Yeah. Latex is like, it looks really good when it's done, but the downside is it can take a while to like set up right. And then I would want a little bit over here so you can see the other side of that. And then there's definitely going to be more light on this side, but there's still going to be a little on this one. Oh yeah, I forgot I put the cake in there. And I gotta decide what I want for dinner. I slept in really late today, so I only had a little bit of soup earlier. I'm probably just gonna go through some leftovers, honestly. I'm under another winter storm warning. Oh no, I'm sorry. That really sucks. Like, I love snow, but I hate snow. Because, like, I don't get snow anymore because I moved to Texas. But I'm originally from the Northeast for the US, and I don't miss the amount of snow that we used to get, but I miss getting snow as a whole. Because we had a little bit last month, but it was like 2 centimeters. It was fuck all, honestly. But Leah, eat the winter storm. But my teeth have sensitivities to cold. I can't bite ice cream without wanting to cry. How am I going to eat the winter storm? You're just trying to make my teeth hurt. There we go. I love watching it, but being out in that crap, I hate it. Yeah, very, very understandable. Sensitive teeth. Yep. Anything that's too cold makes my mouth hurt. Makes my mouth hurt. All right, let's decide where the big shine is coming in. Because I think it should be... It's a little too big, but... something like that. There's going to be some wrinklies up here, so we'll do this. Bring that around here. Skill issue. Well, I'm sorry that I was not blessed with the ability to bite into ice cream and or winter storms. That's why I like the cold but not frozen water bottles, because my teeth don't hurt. Like, it's just enough where it's cold, but not ow. All right, let's go smaller. Let's do like a 20. So we can line this a little better. Bring that down. I'm gonna try to follow the top part as best as I can on this. This part for sure will have much more brightness to it. Honestly, I would do the same. Just like, nope, it's my my time to be my little blanky nest and nobody's pulling me out for nothing. So I get it. I get it. All right. And then I want to add. There we go. This is all going to need to be blended out, but I think it'll look pretty good when it's done. That's the dream. Ice cream directly down the throat. No! Ice cream suppository. No. Oh, God. That sounds awful. Though that corn dog suppository joke I made was hysterical. And I'm sad that it didn't go further than it did. Because I thought it was funny. All right, let's see. Oh, too big. Too big. All right, let's go in on that side a little bit. All right, let's try a little darker than that. So I want to have, yeah, like this under, it's not quite underglow, but like a little bit of this going on. All right, and then bring this and go around. There we go. Blend that a bit. And then let's go back to this one. There we go. Yeah, this is already starting to look pretty good, I think. Yeah, it would be frozen. It was. I thought it was so funny. Yeah, at least you get a little bit of a break. So that's, you know, some silver lining to everything. Bing, 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 bing. I want to see how this looks real quick. Because I'm definitely liking the direction. It needs to be, like, carved out a bit more. But I'm liking the direction we're going in so far. All right, let's do boop, boop. And then this was wave hands. Yeah, like look at the difference in that already. Yeah, oh, it's so nice. Do you need to do both arms or does it do that at the same time? So it depends. For a lot of the textures that are on here, you only need to do one side, but for certain textures, you have to do both parts, like A and B. But if they're perfectly mirrored, typically what'll happen is you do one and then it gets reflected to this other side, but it depends on how the CMO3 file is set up. Obviously, you're busy with making stuff. I do miss the what's wrong, honey. You barely tasted your insert food abomination shorts. Actually, so the reason you haven't seen those in a while is because YouTube was being stinky. That is why you haven't seen those in a while. I've been doing a lot of testing to make sure that what I do, YouTube doesn't like get mad at me for. But I do want to bring those back at some point. So if you want to blame anyone, blame YouTube for that because they absolutely refused to send out my shorts for like quite some time. I figured out how to like make them happy again, make the YouTube overlords happy. But yeah, that's why, because I was getting really frustrated. I was like, well, I'm not going to script these and I'm not going to pay for scripts for these if it's not going to go anywhere. YouTube weak stomach out, exactly. Because like those were some of my most popular shorts by far. But yeah, but I'm working on it. I promise. I promise. I do miss those as well, though. I think a lot of people got to find my channel from those two. Because everyone's just like, why would you make me eat this? Oh, it's really funny. All right, that's too big. Let's do... You know what, actually, let's try this size and see what happens. I want to bring this down. Should probably zoom out a little more for this, make it a little more even, but... Let's do... Get a smaller brush, there we go. Ding, 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 bing, ding, bing, bing. I want to go in on this side. Bring that in. There we go. It's not quite right, but with enough tweaking, it'll be fine. Ding, bing, bing, ding, 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 ding. Let's go from, I think, 40 on this side so we can blend this. Oh, I was in the wrong color. Oops. That's an easy fix, at least. Blend these out a bit more. Bring that in. That needs to go back out that way. Yeah. It's like halfway there. I think blocking it out is the hardest part. I'm looking at, oh no. Thingy, come back. Looking at your corn dog tweet and got an ad for probiotics to prevent diverculosis. I don't know what that one is. Let me look that one up. Diverculosis. What is it? It's a condition where small bulging pouches called divercula form in the walls of the large intestine. Diverculosis. Look, medical words are hard, okay? Yeah, it's getting there. It's like, I have the right idea with a few things. I think what I'm gonna do for this like top part is I'm gonna like, let me go lighter on here. I'm gonna wrap the color around here. The top, just go in. Still want this to be like brighter on here, but it's really gonna be this side here, and it's gonna end up getting a bit darker. So let me grab here and then kind of blend this out, because it's not all gonna be like that. Bring that down again. But yeah, I want this to wrap up to here and then a little bit over here. You're getting deodorant ads? Hey, at least you haven't gotten the diaper ads. Because we kept getting like diaper ads nonstop for some reason. I think it's just because like the mommy related tags. But baby formula, diaper ads, kids like play sets. So you Twitch might think you're stinky for the deodorant, but at least Twitch doesn't think you poop yourself. Yeah, getting more smat. Getting there. Getting there. And then add like a little bit of light here. Let's do... I want to see if I can block this out at all. So I think that's always like, whenever I run into issues of like, how should I like kind of shape this stuff? Especially if I don't have references at the go, or at the ready, blocking it out really helps with the general idea of like, okay, this should look something like this. Bring that up a little. Because, like, I want this underneath section to show a bit, but I don't want this to look like the area with the light. So if I just make it really dark, like if I go with a much darker color here, that'll probably be fine. That way it's not just like black. And then I can blend that out how I need. Do something like that. Yeah, I'll get there. I'm always going back and forth on like, okay, do I like the shape? Do I not like the shape? Do I need it to be brighter here? And then wherever you add brightness, like adding like a little bit of darkness right next to it always makes it pop. Yeah, I might have to pull up my 2.0 to reference it, because I got the arms really well done on that one. And then I'm gonna do something similar here to here, but I don't think I'm just gonna copy and paste it. I think I'm actually gonna try to draw it twice. But it'll get there. It'll get there. Bring this here like that. It's like that shape generally looks good. And then what if I got rid of it on this side so it's darker here? And then I took this one and then went around the side like that. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's see how that looks. Let's save that one. Okay. And then tab. Okay, and then we're gonna move us here, take this off, and then... Okay, it's getting there. It's like almost. It almost has like the base shape. I definitely want to add some light on the edge of the outside portion, like over here. But it's definitely getting there. I have like the right idea. There we go. All right, I need to make sure that I eat. So I think that's gonna be it for tonight. I'm gonna decide if I wanna do more horror stuff tomorrow or if I want to continue drawing, but I might do some of this just off stream so I can focus super hard. So I will at least do some of this, but I think getting every part of this like blocked out was super helpful. So I'm already excited just for that, honestly. But thank you all for being here. I really enjoy hanging around. But tomorrow we will be on around 7:30 p.m. CST. But I will see you all very soon. So good night and bye-bye.